Okay, part two. So the last card that I pulled was the Hermit card, okay? I feel like this is the Divine Feminine, but I also, let's not forget that on the bottom of the deck, we had the Divine Feminine getting ready to go on her own journey, okay? Alone, okay? Accompanied by spirit, okay? These lights and this guiding light, this is all spirit, okay? Walking with the Divine Feminine. But physically, she has chosen to take this. Oh, I can't help but notice that under this journey card is also the walking away card. The Divine Feminine is very definite, okay, about her decision to not look back at the past, okay, and to continue moving forward, okay. So I feel like the Divine Feminine is just getting ready to come out of hermit mode, okay, because anytime we have this card right here, the walking away card, it's like the garden at the gate. It is this gate, and within this gate, within the confines of this gated area, is where the Divine Feminine did her healing. In her healing work, this is where she was being protected and shielded so that she could do her healing work, okay? So once the Divine Feminine has healed, it is time for her to leave the confines of this gated area. And once she has closed this gate behind her, which she is preparing to do in this card, she is taking one last look back at the past. And once she closes that gate, then she commences on this journey, okay, into the unknown, okay, which takes a lot of bravery and strength, okay. But the divine is celebrating the Divine Feminine for having enough faith and enough strength, okay, in herself, okay, as well as in the divine, drawing strength from the divine to move forward. So the Divine Feminine is preparing for a celebration that I don't even think she knows is coming. She knows that she deserves something and she may feel something coming. She just does not know what is coming or when, okay? But she does, I do feel the Divine Feminine that you do know that something good is coming, okay? And some of you have more knowledge than others of what it is and when, okay? Coming out of the wounded warrior. You know, the wounded warrior is one who has fought and won many battles, okay, but is wounded and so needs again to go into this time of recovery, restoration, rejuvenation, relief, and reward. Thank you, Spirit. Beautiful, okay? Three of Pentacles, okay? This card did not jump out. This card was turned over in the deck. Clarify, please. This Three of Pentacles. This has to do with partnerships. Someone that stopped communicating with you. Now they are burdened. Okay. Very clear message. Okay, so people that used to work with this Divine Feminine, whether this was a family unit, business, hold on. Okay, so basically when this as this Divine Feminine is moving forward and being celebrated and supported by the divine, there were people in this Divine Feminine's past, okay? People that I feel like just stopped talking to you out of the blue and started treating you differently out of the blue. Like what happened to me, Divine Feminine? Yeah. People switched up on you basically. And now, because they see you being celebrated by the divine, they see you being supported by the divine, Three of Cups here, okay? They are burdened, okay? They are burdened because they are the ones who cut off the communication. They are the ones who broke the connection, okay? And you have chosen to leave it that way by surrendering to what God has allowed to happen, okay? What else, Spirit? What else do you want to show me regarding this situation? Clarify the Hermit card, please. Because I feel like the Divine Feminine is coming out of hermit mode. I saw a card. Okay. Flip. Seven of Swords. Exactly. So it's like this is an illusion that you are in hermit mode. It's like because you've been in hermit mode, but you've also been putting in work. Why it's not like it's like it appears to be hermit mode to other people, but while you've been in isolation, divine feminine, you have been creating something. You have been putting in the work on yourself, okay? So it's really not like a hermit mode. It's like because you haven't been alone, okay? Like, you know, if you pay attention to this card here, you know, you are alone, but you have this light that is surrounding you. And again, the light is always the presence of spirit, okay? And so even though you have been alone and, you know, maybe in contemplation, processing a lot, you have been surrounded, covered, and protected by spirit, okay? Guided. And so it's an illusion that you've been alone and isolated or in hermit mode, because you have not been alone. You have been healing, okay? What else? What else, Spirit? Thank you. My cards feel a little crazy today, like they're just all over the place. I thought I saw one. Okay. We have the Fool, okay? Once again, confirmation of you going on a brand new journey, okay? These two are the same energy, okay? It's giving new journey, okay? Happy about it, you know, proud of yourself because you've come a long way, and there is no interest whatsoever in looking back, okay, at all. You may have took that one last glance back and it's over. Let's close this out. Eight of Pentacles, the divine feminine is, you know, working on something new. She has her back to the past. She's no longer interested in anyone or anything from the past. Whatever happened, it is what it is, and she's starting with a clean slate, moving forward, and she's already working on some new projects. Can we see anything about, you know, this, or what else do we need to know regarding what the divine feminine is doing, or, you know, any advice going forward? Seven of Pentacles inverted. So the divine masculine is feeling unfulfilled because he feels like he invested in something and did not get yield. It didn't yield a return. But why didn't it yield a return, Spirit? Why didn't it yield a return for the divine masculine? Because, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel that he's a victim in this in any way. So, you know, is there anything else that we need to know about this? The divine feminine. Is this divine feminine energy? Yes, the high priestess. Oh, okay. He didn't, yeah. The reason why was because the things that he planted, it was like a mixture of lies and truth. The seeds, it was like some wheat and tares you planted together. He planted the wheat and the tares together, and in his case, he allowed the tares to overtake the wheat. Okay, so he was planting illusions and casting. Damn, divine masculine really don't want this message to get out. He was lying to you and lying to himself, and like, but at the same time, I feel like there was a real connection. Like this was somebody that really probably loved this divine feminine, but at the same time, he made the illusions more important than the truth. Okay, so this is somebody who really may have had a real connection with you, but he was lying to himself about that, and also to other people, to the point where he worked harder to make the illusions look real and to bury the truth. And so, of course, that was not going to yield the return that he wanted. He planted more tares than wheat, which means he invested more in illusions, maybe fake relationships, fake storylines, than he did in the truth, than he did in love, than he did in you and your connection. And so at this point, the divine feminine is, you know, being very stingy with her energy, as she should be. You know what I'm saying? She knows the value of her energy, and he no longer has access to it, okay? She is the Queen of Swords right now. You know, as far as protecting her heart, protecting her peace, and